Hey there everyone, it's Grymestone here from League of L.A.G Gamers, and I'm here to bring you a game called Kenshi. It's been a while since I've uploaded, sorry about that. We've been busy with school and things like that, but summer's nearly here, so we'll be able to start uploading. We got some cool things in the works. We'll be able to start uploading weekly again, and it'll all work out in the end. But here's Kenshi by Lo-Fi Games, and it's a free roam, squad-based RPG sandbox. I was able to play a little bit of it already, and I just love this game. It's you can find it on Steam right now. You can buy it. It is in beta, so there aren't sounds in the game yet. I should tell you that. So there are no sounds yet, but those are going to be implemented in a future update. As for other things, it's been in development a while now, and so this is the latest build. And here we go. I'm going to start a new game. So you can choose a different class. Everybody has a little bit different thing. So the retired captain starts with nothing, but he has a lot of different skills. And so retiring from military service, you find yourself penniless and hungry with nothing but your trusty sword and shirt on your back. Years of fighting experience has left you with good combat skills, but you will need them if you run into any troops from the Holy Empire. Those guys really hate you. Holy Empire. I haven't run into these guys yet. The survivors, conscripted in the military, you found yourself on the wrong side of a losing battle and your entire platoon is slaughtered. Oof. An unknown amount of time passes and you wake up to find your old buddy is still breathing, but in dire need of medical attention. Oof. You only start with 100 coins in this case. The wandering trader, seeking to make your fortune, you spent the last of your savings on a backpack full of trade goods and are about to start a new life as a trader. Could be interesting. The Holy Sword, a down and out scavenging a battlefield, you find something interesting. A legendary sword said to be the work of the gods themselves. Someone's going to miss this, that's for sure. But who cares? It's your legendary sword now. I like this start. Start with 100, but you get a legendary sword. The Wanderer, you're just a lone wanderer with nothing but a pair of pants and a rusty sword ready to venture out into the world. But you start with 1,000 cash, so. And the Freedom Seekers, fed up with a stifled city life and taxes, you gather a band to head out and found your own home base. You've assembled a group of 5 other like-minded people, and you've gathered a good supply of building materials to get started with. I think I'm going to start with these guys, because you get more than one person. You already start with a little squad. You get 1,000 cash, and you get building materials, which is great. And I can show you some of the building aspects of this game, which are really cool. You can build your own base and everything. So, start. There we go. Loading. So it is in beta right now, so it's not really completely done. There are there are bugs to work out. It's still in development, really. I mean, maybe it's an alpha even, because there aren't sounds yet. They've got to implement a lot of things. You can't change your character yet. Oh, you can. Whoa, that's new. Newest update. Human tribal. So I'm going to do that. Oh, what's going on over there? There's a battle going on over there. It's a hairstyle. Can't change my hairstyle, but I can change my face. And I believe you can definitely change your skin tone still, yeah. So I am white. Heights. Cool, I can change my height. Posture. Frame, let's make them really big. Not that big. Length, let's make them a little tall. Bulk, sure. Leg shape, I can't see. Well, I can probably rotate, yeah? Yeah, there we go. There's my squad. Stomach. Nah, I don't need a stomach. Not that big. Midsection. I don't know what that is. Oh, there you go. Okay, sure. Upper body. Chest. Shoulders. Arm bulk. Hands. I don't think... none of this really affects anything. It's just for looks. So I'll just call my character Grymestone and we'll just jump in. So you can obviously change a lot. Breast size, perkiness, breasts. I don't know if female characters are not implemented yet, but clearly they're going to be here eventually. Create character and done. Alright, so this is my squad. I got a few people over here, and we saw a little battle going on. The fighting system, the way it works is every time there's a hit, it'll show whatever damage they've done into what part of the body. And so you have a certain amount of blood, 75 in my case, pretty much 75 for everybody. I'm sure there are skills that'll change that. As you can see, there's a large stat thing. If I show you stats, there's quite a bit to learn in this game in terms of stats. Each one obviously affects a different thing. It's stats. Not all of them are implemented yet. Assassination, survival tracking, climbing, robotics, things like that. So there are going to be robots. I think that has to do with robotic limbs, though, and that's where that comes into play. And you don't level these up individually. They get leveled up through practice and work. So your character, if they go and fight, obviously their strength is going to increase. Their skill in whatever sword they're using is going to increase. Attack, defense, so on and so forth. Same for field medic if you're healing someone or being an engineer. So, and there are different parts of your body, and so if your character gets their left leg damaged to 0, then they'll be limping. If they get their right arm damaged, they'll be slower in attacking. Their stomach, they'll hold their stomach and head and chest. And so, yeah, and then there's bleeding, so if you run out of blood, you die. If you run out of blood, essentially. So, okay, so this is what a town looks like. We've got all these different little buildings here. There are different traders. These guys sell shoes. These guys sell gear for, I believe, traveling. So, like, they'll sell backpacks, things like that. There are guards in every town. And one of the strategies is, in this game, to get experience or to get gear and things like that, is to kite some of the bandits over here to the town. And the guards will protect you. So if you ever find yourself in a battle you can't win, and generally early on you're not going to win many battles, you're going to want to run to a town because you haven't trained up yet. There are training dummies in the game, and you can make your character stronger, and you'll need gear and things like that. Oh, there's a mountain there. So it is still in alpha, beta development, and so you can see that some of the things are in the buildings, in the ground, but that's okay. Let's go build our own little base. So we gotta travel out somewhere outside of the area. There's a certain area you cannot build within because it's too close to another town or another outpost. The circles are little outposts, and the squares are towns. This, I believe, is the capital of this whole little kingdom here, because the currency is called Catans. So, Catalans. So we're gonna travel out here. You can speed up the game. And characters who carry more stuff, these guys you see, they all have backpacks. They have equipment inside, so they're going to travel a lot slower than my old soldier, Grymestone, and Jin. We have 2 Jins. We have a guy named Dirt, Harp, Khalid, an old soldier who has no name. Come along, everybody. Harp, oh, are those bandits? Oh, they're bandits. Okay, we probably won't win this fight. If you keep running, the way the game is set up is that they won't be able to hit you because you're constantly running. So yeah, the way the game mechanics work right now is that you can run away, and fighting requires actual confrontation. Actually, I believe these are sand ninjas, which means we would have definitely lost. These are one of the harder NPCs in the game. You kind of want to stay away from those guys. Unless, of course, you have help from city guards, in which case you're going to be fine. We'll slow this down a little bit. We'll zoom in and I'll show you what it looks like. So, oh, and he's down. And over here, there's still a fight going on. And you see the red indicates that one of your characters has been hurt. And the green indicates that you have hurt one of the enemies. Oh, he hit me. As long as you outnumber the bandits, though. So if you do come across a few bandits that aren't sand ninjas, you should be able to handle them if you outnumber them. Just because you can hit them from behind and they won't be able to block. But it's still probably best if you retreat, or else you'll lose someone early on. That's what I've experienced anyway. So, speed this up a little bit. Oh, took a hit. There's nothing you can really do to increase the your chances of winning other than just run towards a town and have the red guys fight. Maybe this will go faster if I do that. Have the red guys fight. Nope, that didn't do a thing. That just got me injured. Now we can loot their bodies. Alright, so we'll go back to slow. This dude's got pants, a shirt. Sure. We won't put it on these guys, though. We'll put it on our old soldier, Grymestone. We'll do it on Grymestone. I want my character to be cool. So they have a katana, which does more damage. There will be dual wielding eventually. I don't believe they will use 2 weapons yet. Maybe that's been implemented, though. So the mask, boots, and body armor. So that's always good to get this kind of gear. We got really lucky here and managed to get these guys because this gear is worth quite a bit. As you can see, it's worth 1782, which is quite a lot of money. You can do quite a bit with that. So now that I'm decked out, we can get Old Soldier over here. Loot this guy. Come on. And the Old Soldier starts out with some fairly good gear already. Looks like this is... This is better than what he has. No, what he has is better right now, I think. So, and then the other guy who doesn't have anything, you can come over here. Collect the shirt and the body armor. And then maybe we can put this in another dude's backpack, I think. That'll be good. Put a mask, shirt, boots, and the body armor from the other guy. And then this katana, I'm sure, is better than whatever this guy has. Yeah. And again, I don't know if they'll dual wield or not. I haven't seen it yet, but maybe. I haven't played since the newest update. Obviously, they've changed a little bit. So, 0.65. Oh, that's much better than this little katana here, so we'll put that there and put the weapon there. Alright. Looks like we're ready to go. We'll head back out again. It's best to build a base kind of close to a outpost like this, a little city, so that way when you're traveling, you won't... If you make goods, because you can build production facilities, when you make things, you can sell them to a town, and they should be right close. So that way it's nice and easy to sell your items. Get out here, the desert. So. Alright, I think we should be far enough away now to start building. So once these guys catch up, come on, Jin, hurry up. Got work to do. Okay, we'll start without him. Slow down, and we'll build a small shack to start. Okay, looks like we're too close, but this is the minimum distance, I think. Right here, because if it's blue, it won't let you because you're too close. So if it's green, you should be able to build. We'll build a shack here, and you can rotate it using the greater than or less than keys, period or comma. Just set that there, and space to start building. And then collect all these guys, and they'll automatically, once I right click, put all the building materials that are needed for the building inside of it, and they'll start building. And the more people you have, obviously, the quicker the building will go. Well, there's a fight going on. Ooh, this is a big fight. Sand ninjas and everything. And these are traders. And these, I don't know who these guys are. Goal, Territorial Aggression, Empire Soldier, Imperial Lords. I've never run into these guys before. They've got yellow armor. And backpacks. Huh. My sister. These guys look like they have really good gear. I'm going to destroy the other guys. And who are these guys? These guys are part of the Holy Empire. Ooh. So, and they are holy paladins and servants. Interesting. So these guys are better geared than we are, but luckily they're friendly to us right now. Good thing we weren't the old soldier, huh? The other guys hate us. This is a Sand Ninja Shojin. He's got a bounty of 5,000. So there are bounties in this game. If you go to the police and you request for a bounty or turn in a bounty, they will give you the money back for killing this guy. So we'll pick up his loot, because the NPCs, as of yet, will not pick up the loot. So these guys are still building. We'll just send Grymestone over. You gotta make sure to keep a good eye on these guys, because if you don't, bad things will happen. As in, they'll get killed. Look at this guy. He is holding his own. This is how powerful those Sand Ninjas are. That he's holding his own against this army of groups, but he is being badly wounded. He's probably going to die here shortly. There he goes. And he's down. So here comes my character. Come on, Grymestone. Let's collect some loot. And I don't think there were any yellow guys who went down, unfortunately, so we can't loot them. And we can't loot anybody from the Holy Empire. So we will just take... Ooh, Katana Light. That does 9.8 damage, more than what I'm doing now. Body armor's worth a bit. Black looks cooler. We'll take his boots. No, his boots aren't worth anything. Neither is his mask. And his shirt is worth something, and we can put this on one of our construction workers right now when we go back. These guys probably don't have anything of use, as you can see. You can look at their gear, it's kind of rusted. Their pants and their shoes really aren't that great, so we'll just leave them there. And it doesn't look like there are any more Sand Ninjas to loot. There was only one, so we're just going to head over here. Alright, good. So now that we've started building, this little thing pops up, and this is like an overview of your outpost. So you can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it Grymestone. Yeah. We'll call it that. And you can make it open to the public, and if you make it open to the public, I believe traders will visit your town and try and trade with you. I don't know if the trading works yet, last time again, but I haven't played since the newest update, so I don't know. We'll see how the trading works. But you can research things. Here's the tech tree while we wait. We'll speed things up so they build faster. Public sales allows training if the customers come to us. You know, as you can see the little descriptions there. Level 2, there are right now several, like 5 levels I think of research. And each one gives you a new thing. There you can build a lot of different buildings. So right now we can research small house, simple training, dummies, beds, item storage, upgraded generators. There's industry, farming, smithing, and defense. I haven't seen anything about defense yet, but I'm sure that's coming later. I know there were walls originally, but those got a little buggy. So you can make things, hemp farming. You can cook food from flour. There's rum, flour grinding. To make flour, and all these goods can be sold for a lot of money. I like to go with stone first, so that way I can build a so that way I can build a what's it called? Stone producer, building construction producer. So that way I can build things on my own. I can build more buildings on my own. So it does take a little while to build things, as you can see. We're at 55%. It took 15 materials. I should have enough to set up a mine as well. This aspect of the game does take a little bit of time, but luckily there's the speed up button, so it shouldn't take too long. And I can probably speed this up in the video. So I'll cut to when we're done building. Alright, looks like they're done, and we can start building something else. In this case, I want to start mining stone, and the stone processor will turn it into building materials, so that way we can be self-sufficient, and that we can build any buildings we want. This is really cheap to build, and my advice is to build this as your second building or your first building. Just so that way, I'm doing it as my second, but so that way when you want to build more of your base, the pathing's a little funky, but when you want to build more of your base, you can produce the materials on your own, and you don't have to buy construction materials, which can get pretty expensive. So this will definitely speed up the construction of your base. And we can speed this up again, and they'll all start building, and this will take a little bit, it shouldn't take too long to build. So we can open this. If you see this door right now, this building, even though my outpost is open to the public, you can make separate buildings, private or public. They're all automatically set on private, but I can make this building public, so that way traders can come to my town right now and do things. And though right now I don't have a trade station, so it's not like they'll be able to do anything yet, but eventually they should be able to start buying things that I put inside of a shop counter, which will be good, so that way I don't need to run back to the town. And it's also good to be on like town traders. You saw those traders were coming along. I don't know how the pathing necessarily works yet in terms of traders, but it's good to try and be close to a town, so that way also when traders come by, there's more of a chance that they'll stop by you, and they provide a little bit of protection against random roving bandits that will try and kill you and take all your things, which is not good, obviously. So it looks like they're nearly done with this, and it requires 8 workers. I think we've got just about 2, 4, 6, 8 workers. 7 workers, actually. My bad. I'm horrible at math and counting things in general. Okay, so now that we got them mining, we'll set somebody else to build a stone processor, which will process our stone into building materials. You can see this little gray thing right here is how your people are going to access the machine. So we're going to put it right here, right next to that. That looks good. Now this will consume power. I don't know if you saw that, but when I mouse over it, it tells you it's going to consume 10 power and we'll use 4 workers and it'll take 3 hours to build. Again, we can speed that up. It costs 10 materials and it can process raw stone into building materials. So we'll just set them up, speed them up to build this really quick, and then we'll need to build a power generator, which is right here. And this will take 6 hours and it produces 10 power, which is exactly what we need, luckily. So it costs 5 materials and it'll tell you the type of building. Some things have to be placed inside. So if I go to crafting, which we haven't unlocked anything, bad example. Right, technology, there we go. Small research vents. As you can see, I cannot place it outside. It says you must place it inside. So logically I'll need to place it inside. Right now there's no one inside, so the building is solid. If I get somebody to go inside the building, I'll be able to see inside the building to place things. We'll hit space so we can start and then speed this up real quick. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I really should sleep in a bed. This is getting...
But now, I don't have a mask. So yeah. I still got